everybody and welcome to a new video. Today I'll be telling you about a game that I am working on called Prehistoric Fury. Now this is a game I have covered on the channel quite a bit because I make dev blogs for the game because I am a developer of the game, but I thought I'd make a video answering some questions that I normally get on the videos and in DMs about what this game is, because often I see this game get mixed up with the big three dinosaur survival games. So today I will hopefully be able to answer some of your questions and get rid of some confusion. But before I do get into this video, if you are interested by the game by the end of this video, I do have a playlist on the channel for dev blogs of the game, and we have a Discord server which will be linked in the description and in the top comment. So if you are interested, feel free to join there. So what is Prehistoric Fury? Well, I want to say firstly that I obviously did say in the introduction, and I want to say this straight off the bat, we are not a dinosaur survival game and our gameplay style is properly different than these games. This game does not include elements of dinosaur survival games. That means having, you know, a huge map rather than a small map, growth systems and other staple features of dinosaur survival games will technically not be in Prehistoric Fury. So what are we? Prehistoric Fury is a game that is centered around dinosaur combat and is where you will essentially be going into battles on maps that are relatively small, around 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer, and is closer in gameplay style to the likes of World of Tanks and War Thunder than games like Path of Titans, Beasts of Bermuda, but obviously it does share the similarity with them as it is a dinosaur game rather than a war game like World of Tanks and War Thunder. Anyways, as this is a combat orientated game, you will be encouraged to fight teams, and it's a team-based game as well, unless we have game modes that will be introduced which promote free-for-alls. But for now we're sticking with team-based combat, where you are encouraged and have to fight the enemy team in order to win games and obviously come out on top. But of course, what does keep this varied is the map. So normally in dinosaur survival games you'll have 1 or 2 big maps, which is amazing because the map often includes a lot of biomes and a lot of interesting areas to explore, and a lot of areas you probably don't even know about. In Prehistoric Fury the maps are small, but we have a varied amount of maps. Currently we're working on the first map, which is a tropical island map called Poseidon. We also have plans for another map which we mentioned in one of our dev blogs, and that is a desert map. Obviously we'll get that working once we have started and finished development on Poseidon. To add to this, there is a whole host of dinosaurs to play through in this game. Essentially, once you go into a battle, you have to earn credits, or amber as what they are called, and DNA, which is your research or progression points. These will be earned by winning or doing well in battles and completing missions as well. To keep it varied, you know, if you have tasks to do aside from going into battles, obviously you will have a lot more fun to do with it. So the amber, that is the purchasing power, and the DNA is the research or progression power. So with the DNA you research dinosaur mutations and advancements. These are essentially the upgrades to your dinosaur, and you research them before you can research or evolve to the next dinosaur, which you then purchase with amber. Once you have researched something with DNA or RNA, you then purchase it with your amber, which is obviously earned in doing battles or missions and the like. So obviously you can adapt your creatures to play the style that you want to play. Progression wise, you start as one of the smaller creatures. We do aim to have them being Triassic creatures, but I want to say this right here. The research and evolutionary tree is not scientifically accurate. We are trying to group dinosaurs that are in the same family together rather than mixing it up. Some of them will obviously be mixed later down in the line, but for now we are trying to keep it to family members and ones that fit a similar gameplay style. Once you go and progress through from tier 1 to tier 10 or rank 1 to rank 10, the dinosaurs will progressively get bigger and work their way to the later creatures. Of course, you can see some smaller dinosaurs from the Cretaceous in the lower tiers because yet again, the evolution or the progression in this game isn't scientifically accurate. Anyways, the final thing I do want to answer, or I do want to say, I hopefully have been able to clear up what this game is, and and that it isn't a dinosaur survival game and it's its own unique concept within the dinosaur game genre. I also do want to say this game will be free to play, but before that, or before it officially is released, that will kind of be locked. But when it is officially out and ready to play, it will be free to play for everyone. So with creatures, we will be starting with only Mesozoic creatures in the game. This makes it easier to go through the progression, and by the way, these for now will be land-based creatures. Anyways, the aim is for when the game is officially released and fully released, we want at least one line per continental research tree, excluding Australasia. So what dinosaurs do we have so far? We have 10 dinosaurs so far, which are already done. We're just awaiting the animations and the stats for them, but the stats are pretty much done and the animations are slowly being worked on. So what are these dinosaurs? Well, these are the first 10 dinosaurs in the Tyrannosaurus Rexes, or the heavy carnivore line for North America. So this includes, I'm going from tier 1 or rank 1 to rank 10 or tier 10. First we have Daemonosaurus, Tower, Stoxosaurus, Susky Tyrannus, Teratophonius, Nanoxaurus, Lithronax, Vistae-Versor, Gorgosaurus and Tyrannosaurus, which is the crown jewel of the research line. Now you may know that there are a couple dinosaurs that I've mentioned that are depicted more commonly with feathers or fuzz. More of the biggest example here is Nanoxaurus, because it is the polar tyrant. Now what we intend on doing, you did see that it didn't have feathers. Now I want to clear this up. We will expand and give the dinosaurs that will have feathers when the time comes. However, because Unity does not have its own dedicated fur shader, like with the Unreal Engine, you have a dedicated fur shader, but with Unity you do not. We are waiting to get that done ourselves, but first we want to get the gameplay aspects for the game done and then focus on the fur shader stuff, so we don't want to get time away from getting the core things down before we worry about fuzz on dinosaurs. So yes, people do ask about this. Fuzz on some dinosaurs will be coming, so don't be concerned about that. Now I did touch up about this when I did mention the dinosaur line, and I did mention the classes. So we will have classes for the dinosaurs in the game. This being firstly a split between herbivores and carnivores, and then you have lights, mediums and heavies for herbivores and carnivores, and then you have super heavies, which are only for sauropod dinosaurs. So let me talk to you about what these are. So lights are essentially the scouts, especially in the higher tiers. Carnivores are aggressive scouts, so they can deal a bit of damage and harass other enemies that you're fighting against, and herbivores have the higher view range because they are more adapt to be passive scouts and just support from the back. Mediums are the dinosaurs that work well in groups, a pack if you will. Usually a medium herbivore will retain similar stats to the light herbivores, just be a bit more bulkier, can deal a bit more damage, but obviously would need help from the carnivores because they're more agile. Heavies are essentially the tanks in this game. Big health pool, big damage, and well, fairly slow, and don't really survive on their own if they're attacked by a pack of mediums. So essentially that should be easy for you to grasp. Let me know, do you have any other questions, because I might make a follow-up about this game. And yes, full disclosure here, I am one of the developers. Anyways guys, I do hope you enjoyed this Prehistoric Fury video. If you do have any questions about this game, ask me in the comments below and I'll make a follow-up video, or if we do not have many questions, answer them in the comments below. But yeah, if we do get enough questions, I'll make a follow-up video. But this was the grasps of what Prehistoric Fury was and what technically will make it unique. So yeah, if you are interested in this game, feel free to join our Discord server. We're still in relatively early development because there's only 3-4 of us developing the game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day.